Who's the most dangerous fighter in UFC now? Who's the
Well, Jon Jones is still one of the, you know, he's the best ever, the best of all time.
Jon Jones' name is etched in MMA history forever. A fighter rightfully hailed as one of the greatest to ever step into the cage. But lately, Jon Bones Jones, along with UFC brass, is making a critical misstep. A mistake that could tarnish not only his legacy, but the very fabric of mixed martial arts itself.
I interviewed Tom Aspinall in London.
Another one.
He wants to fight Jon Jones.
He wants to fight everybody, man.
He thinks he'll beat Jon Jones.
Yes, he does. I love it. I love that. And a young, aggressive, talented heavyweight.
Hello, Jon. I have nothing against you personally, but I just think I'm better than you. I just know that I can beat you in a fight. So I'm coming for it.
He's annoying to me, and that's my own personal, he annoys me. I get to you guys, you find it entertaining, but I find him annoying. And I just don't like him.
If you kick my ass in front of the whole world, I'm happy to put my hand out and go, listen, you're the better man. No problem. You took my dreams away from me, but at least I tried. But this ducking and diving is something that I don't really have respect for.
Don't forget, we've got a main event here, the greatest of all time against the most successful heavyweight of all time. Yet the biggest story of the week has been, why won't Jon fight Tom? And we've seen that in the press conference. That's why when Dana said the winner should fight Tom Aspinall, the place absolutely erupted. It was like a standing ovation because that has become the narrative of the week.
We make this Jon Jones fight, and obviously a fight like that for a young, talented heavyweight, you know, and if he can win, he could beat Jon Jones, it's life-changing.
So, why is the UFC deliberately stalling its most electrifying division? Why are they holding back the rise of Tom Aspinall, one of the most promising heavyweights today, just to preserve the mythos of Jon Jones?
And as far as Tom Aspinall or Alex Pereira, it sounds like you just want to sit down with Dana White and Hunter Campbell, and if the money is right, then you're willing to maybe potentially make the fight that either the fans or they want to see.
Yes, sir. That's exactly what it is.
Let's dig deeper because the devil is in the details. While Tom Aspinall waits endlessly for a shot at the undisputed title, Jon Jones seems completely unbothered. He's not in fight camps, he's globe-trotting from one low-tier hype show to another. It's as if the aging champion believes he's already done enough and could walk away from the sport at any moment without a proper farewell fight. But here's the real question. Does Jones's legacy truly give him the right to hold up an entire division? Is he still the GOAT or just living off past glory?
And then the way he dominates all these other fighters, up until you get to Alexander Gustafsson, you could make the argument that he had a similar career. You could make the argument, like if you look at what he did, Jon didn't lose any rounds. Jon was smashing people. You look what he did to Rashad Evans. Look what he did to Rampage Jackson. Look what he did to Lyoto Machida. Look what he did to everybody.
Are you a good guy trying to be bad, or are you a bad guy trying to be good?
That's a good question. I think I am a bad guy that's trying to be good.
Bones really did take out all the top contenders of his era, made a shocking move up to the heavyweight division, and dealt with Cyril Gane, a tough prospect in dominant fashion.
Well over 28 fights into his legendary career, no one has delivered quite like Jon Jones, the youngest champion in UFC history. The greatest UFC champion ever makes his return, this time for the coveted heavyweight title. And it's the most skilled striker in the heavyweight division who is ready to greet him.
Cyril Gane, stoic as usual, as he tries to be the first man to beat Jon Jones.
Oh, nice right hand by Jones.
Jon's controlling the center of the octagon. Jon's got the clinch, and he's got him down immediately. That is absolutely huge. And he's putting pressure.
Jon Jones, the greatest of all time, and now the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world.
Then came what was supposed to be a historic showdown with Stipe Miocic. But this is where things started to take a disappointing turn.
I'm curious what you guys think Tom Aspinall felt watching this tonight.
Well, Tom Aspinall's a different animal.
Yeah.
Okay, Tom Aspinall's a 250-pound lightning bolt. The guy moves fast. He's got incredible power. I mean, he's a fast heavyweight. That's a different moving machine than Stipe.
The fight with Miocic was meant to serve as a warm-up for a unification bout. Everyone knew that Stipe, considering his age, long layoff, and the fact that his prime was clearly behind him, was unlikely to pose any serious threat to Jones.
And then when I would hit him, it just seemed like he didn't feel a doggone thing. You know, he just showed no reaction.
And that's exactly how it played out. But instead of finally announcing a fight with Aspinall, the UFC crowned Jones as the greatest of all time, while turning Tom into a temporary champion with no clear future.
But dude, Tom Aspinall,
I know,
he's so fucking explosive and athletic and scary.
He's an issue.
I'd rather see him.
Jon Jones basically, Schmitty said, Jon Jones said he's not fighting him.
Dude, when he took that left, that huge, massive left, and then stayed focused, that was fucking impressive.
Yeah, Sergio cracked him.
Tom ran through the top of the division and claimed the interim title in dominant fashion. There's no question, Tom is the #1 contender and the most exciting option on the table. But what's the point of being an interim champ if you'll never get the chance to unify the belt?
Have you had a peek at how Jon looks at that weight, at the heavyweight?
No, I haven't seen him. No. Just his face in interviews.
Whether he realizes it or not, Jon Jones is holding back the entire division. Using his status and the trust of the UFC brass, Jones, together with the organization, is choosing legacy over fairness and logic. Instead of setting up a clash between the greatest of all time and the most dangerous current contender, Jones is betting everything on his legacy. But time waits for no one. With each passing day, we're losing the excitement and competitive edge this potential fight could deliver. Right now, Tom Aspinall is at the peak of his physical prime. He's 32 years old and blowing fans away with his speed, power, and technique.
It's a weird thing.
Aspinall's an athlete, man. He's such a good athlete.
Freak athlete.
Very fast. Very fast for a heavyweight. So fast.
Yeah, but we felt the same way about Cyril Gane.
Yeah,
but Cyril Gane doesn't have wrestling, doesn't have jiu-jitsu. Aspinall's like legit on the ground. Very legit on the ground.
So legit that his dad owned jiu-jitsu gym. His dad's a black belt. He started doing jiu-jitsu at 2.
So, if Tom is this good, why isn't the UFC backing him? The answer is simple. In terms of media presence, Tom is still miles behind Jon Jones. He could easily be the face of British MMA, but the UFC isn't interested in promoting an interim champ. Just think about it. Wins over Volkov, Pavlovich, and Blades, and still not a single major event headlined by the interim champion. Even though Aspinall has finished all of his fights in spectacular fashion, he is not getting the support or the media push he clearly deserves. Despite the Twitter wars, tens of thousands of angry comments from fans and critics alike, Jones continues to stay neutral, and in doing so, he's stalling the entire division.
Coming up with Jon Jones t-shirts, buying a little duck, and just the little shit that he does, he's annoying to me.
This is leading to a drop in fan interest, not just in the fighter, but in the division as a whole. Contenders are fighting once a year, the interim champ is stuck waiting, and the official champion doesn't even seem interested in stepping into the cage. On one hand, yes, Jones has done enough, but no one can truly call him the greatest without that one fight, the one against the most dangerous man in the game. Tom Aspinall is the only rightful opponent who can cement Jon Jones's legacy as the GOAT. We don't know if this fight will ever happen, but with each passing day, its greatness, its legacy, and its spectacle are slipping away, leaving behind more questions than answers. What do you think about all this? Be sure to let me know in the comments below.